It is so hot today. Guys, what is up? Today we're going to be talking about something super interesting. If you know me, then you know about this. Today we're going to be talking about the Mandela effect. If you don't know what the Mandela effect is, I'm going to explain it to you. Basically, in a nutshell, the belief that sometime in the last 10 years, a group of the population has shifted into a different reality that has only minor differences parallel to the one that we know. Yeah. How it started is Nelson Mandela's death in 2013. A lot of people remember him dying in the late 1980s when he was incarcerated. There's a lot of riots and just a lot of publicized news on this because he was such an important person. And first, we're gonna start with the classic, the Berenstain Bears. So I personally remember this book series that pretty much everyone remembers reading as a child as Berenstain, like Frankenstein. To my surprise, a couple years ago, going through my things when I'm moving out from high school, going into my first house, I just remember looking at the Berenstain Bears cover and being like, this is not how I remember it at all. Was it like a company mistake? I know that happens sometimes. I was just like, no, there's no way. Blew my mind. To my surprise, so many people felt the same exact way. And that was the beginning of my experience with the Mandela effect. Next, we're going to talk about Mona Lisa. When I was a child, I remember learning that she had like no expression to her face. She was very serious. I want you to go ahead and just look at this picture that I'm gonna post up right here. Go ahead and look at it. Tell me if you see anything different. Her smile maybe is a little bit more defined. That's what I and so many other people have noticed anyway. Crazy. Now, a possible explanation to this could be that Da Vinci painted Mona Lisa with a certain smile, so that in certain angles she looks like she does have one, and in certain angles she looks like she doesn't. Alright, this next one is my personal favorite. It's one that I have personally found. People remember it as well. The Lindbergh baby. I remember watching a Netflix documentary back when I watched documentaries on Netflix. That was my shit. Looking into the Lindbergh conspiracy theories and watching what happened to the Lindbergh baby. Where is the Lindbergh baby? On Netflix. Talked about how the child was taken, there was a ransom note left, just everything about the case, how the guy that they thought did it wasn't convicted. The father was suspected of doing it in some conspiracy theories, but never solved. The body was never found in the reality that I remember. To my surprise, I look up the Lindbergh baby again because I periodically like to look up old unsolved cases to see if there's any new progress in the case. It was solved only like a month later. That baby was found, like I believe a mile away from the house. The guy that they tried to convict in the reality that I remember was convicted of it, and just insane for me to think about. This is the one that did it for me. The one you cannot tell me that the Mandela effect is not real. And the last one that we're going to talk about today is Henry VIII with the turkey leg. If you remember this portrait or learning about it in school, there was a picture of Henry VIII with a turkey leg in his left hand on the right side of the portrait. You know, he took a bite out of it. There was a goblet, perhaps right here that you remember, jewel encrusted. Doesn't exist anymore in this timeline at all. This portrait in history is completely vanished. It has never existed in this reality. It's just so crazy to me that there can be so many people who remember a photo that does not exist in history. The Simpsons did an episode on this. In season 15, had an episode about Henry VIII, and his portrait was in this episode. If you decide to move forward looking into Mandela effect, you'll see a lot of The Simpsons coincidences show up a lot. Probably have to do a whole video on The Simpsons Mandela effect because, like I said, there's a whole lot. If you have a second, go look into it after this video. We're going to be talking about why the Mandela effect happens. An explanation. Today, we're only gonna dip our toe into this ocean. I'm gonna have to do a whole nother video on it. This is my theory, at least. Quantum computers. Quantum computers are computers that have access to the fifth dimension. This is just the beginning. Like I said, we're just going to be dipping our toe in this ocean right now. In the description box down below, I'm going to include a link to a video where this scientist is talking about it. If you don't feel like watching it, just stick around, hit that subscribe button, and I'll post about it. Completely opened up my mind. I was flabbergasted when I saw it. You will be too. This is the part 1 in the Mandela Effect series. I try to post videos 3 times a week. There's gonna be a whole series on this. I'm also gonna be doing a conspiracy theory series. Wow, that's a tongue twister. And Where is Blank, where I'm gonna be talking about an unsolved murder case and trying to get awareness around it. And that's, inspired by one of my favorite YouTubers, Michelle Pilates. So, shout out to you, girl. Thanks for watching today's video. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. I try to make new videos every single week, about 3 times a week. So go ahead and do that. Why not? Thanks for coming along on the journey. See you guys next time.